we're finally able to sit and reminisce about what we just did, what we went through.
Yeah.
I mean, have a nice cold one.
Right.
It feels really good to just sit here and be like, it's done.
So most of the time you've been asking me how I feel, but you were the coach. Like, this was your concept. I know you met me early on, obviously at the beginning of all this, and I wasn't great early on, but now that we are this many episodes into it, now that we just had the final shooting, how do you feel? How do you feel about what I was able to do?
I am incredibly impressed with how far we came. My big thing as a coach is I have to see improvement, otherwise I'm not doing my job. You know, and I said this at the very beginning in the trailer. I said, I am highly competitive and I want to get you to this spot because I set a goal and that's where I wanted to take this, right? And so to reflect on everything, to reflect on the ups, the downs, the maybes, the this, the that's, I am thankful that we got to do this, but I feel fulfilled in this.
That's good.
I feel like, yes, I did my job, and you know, I gave you the best coaching I possibly could. I reached out to the best coaches I know.
That you did.
You know what I mean? I did.
You left no doubt there. You brought some big hitters in.
I did. I know in my heart I did my absolute best. I tried my hardest and gave it 100%. And at the end of the day, like, that's all I could do. So,
well, I hope the product in me was worth that, because like I was saying with those guys, it was so much fun. It was a blast to go out there and, like I said, put together 9 holes of basically the best 9 holes I've ever played in disc golf. And there were just a couple of throws there that, you know, there's always going to be those shots that you wish you had back. And that's something that I learned as I got better at regular golf. It's the better you get, you will still always have those moments of, oh man, I could have thrown that a little bit different, or I could have made a different decision here one way or the other. There's always things to strive for. And so the big takeaway for me isn't necessarily the couple of throws that I thought, you know, like held me from being that even scratch golfer, or maybe even having an underscore today, but the fact that I really was able to have confidence in a lot of my different shots. And it didn't matter whether I was throwing forehand off the tee, backhand, whether there was an approach shot needed, whether it was a long putt, whatever. I actually knew what to do. At the beginning of the show, I explained to you, disc golf was never fun to me because I would throw a bad shot off the tee and I'd go, okay, can't wait to walk up to my disc and throw another bad shot, because I never knew why I was not good at disc golf. Now, even when I have bad shots, I know why they're bad. I know what I need to do to get better. And so that's honestly what makes it addicting. What makes it a lot of fun is learning those little things. And man, we just got done shooting a highly anticipated round. I already cannot wait to go back out there and play again.
There was one moment during the round that I'll never forget, and that was, you asked me how I feel about this whole thing, so I'd like to kind of wrap it up into this, how I actually feel. We were on our 2nd or 3rd hole, and you lace the drive, okay? Yeah. And you have these cameras on you, you have all this hype, all this pressure, and you lace the driver walking down, and you look over to me and you say, I feel like I'm Tiger Woods, you know? Here's the thing. For you to say that to me, that means me as a coach, I did my job, because I put you in this high pressure situation. You have very little to go off of, just the information that, you know, we provided. And to look over to me, you know, have your chest pumped out, great posture, walking down with confidence and being like, I feel like Tiger Woods, like,
right.
You know, that sends chills down me, because I'm like, I couldn't have prepared this guy anymore. Like, we're doing this and we got a good shot at it.
It was a fun feeling too, you know, like when we're a couple of holes in and I had a couple of pars behind me, and then I laced that drive with the heat, and it was just like, man, it felt good. You know, it feels so, there's nothing like that feeling of ripping one right off the tee and then just like taking that walk up to the disc, and like, that's so addicting. Yeah. When you, and I know you know that because you've made a career out of it, and just those moments where it doesn't have to be an ace, you know, it doesn't have to be 5 feet away from the hole. Wherever you are in your disc golf journey, like wherever I was at over the last couple of episodes and over the last month, when I was able to rip a drive, and even for what I thought that was, you know, we talked about me not being able to get to the third flag on my first episode, right, when you saw me. And so now I can get it well by the third flag, but there were still times in between that where I'd throw it really nice and it just feel nice. And it's like that moment is cool. And it's not even going as far as it's going now for me, but that moment was still there. And I think that's what I want everybody to feel when they play disc golf. And that's the moment that gets you back out on the course and gets you on the tee the next hole and everything like that. So
how are you feeling about your next round with Joseph and Kyle?
Listen, I said to you early on, hey, whether it's a scratch golfer, whether it's close, whether it's under, whatever, I just want to be able to go out there, be not only competitive, but beat some of my friends at this game. I think we got a shot now. I think we got, I'm one of the things that gets me excited is I know the next time that I'm gonna play with Joseph and Kyle, you know, whether we're here at another round before or after, and then I think I'm gonna give them a run for their money.
I love that.
One last thing that I did want to say is that not only is it a cool feeling getting better and having that feeling of letting a disc come out of your hand and you love it, but at the beginning of this, I met you for the first time when we started this series, and you've been, you know, a disc golf mentor and a coach and everything, but the more that we've gotten out to play, the more you have texted me, reminded me to go out and get up shots and all that kinds of stuff. I mean, you're not just a coach, but also you've become a very good friend throughout this whole process. And honestly, man, that's what disc golf is all about. It's going out and playing with your buddies and making some friends. And so that's something that I'm gonna hold as also the biggest takeaway, is that I made a very good friend out of this as well.
The feeling is 100% mutual. I couldn't have said it better. And I'm looking forward to just having a casual, you know, friend to go out and play with as well.
I know.
You know, when I'm not competing, I can come out with you and Joseph, and we can not focus on getting better, but just playing.
Right.
And you know.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Absolutely.
That's why the game's so great. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.